following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, the home for great games.
The road to Pantheon Bowl 24 begins this weekend. Whether you're cheering for Baltimore, St. Louis, Denver, Las Vegas, D.C., Philadelphia, Atlanta, or Arizona, show your playoff pride with authentic replica jerseys from Royal Retros. Classic designs, premium quality, the perfect way to represent your team as the Wildcard playoffs kick off. Don't just watch the action, wear it. Order your favorite team's replica jersey today from Royal Retros and use the discount code REPLAY to get 10% off your purchase. The link will be provided in the show description. Good afternoon and welcome to WFL Wildcard Sunday on Replay Sports Channel. I'm your host, Glenn Walker. Yesterday gave us the drama, the heartbreak, and two teams punching their tickets into the divisional round. Today, two more spots are up for grabs. First, it's one of the league's oldest postseason rivalries as the six-time league champion DC Defenders head to Philadelphia to face the Stars. Then later tonight in Phoenix, two explosive offenses collide when Joe Burrow and the Atlanta Legends visit Aaron Rodgers and the Arizona Rattlers. Four quarterbacks with a combined 68,000 career passing yards, two historic rivalries, and several franchises trying to take the next step. Let's get to it. The Defenders are like the surprise guest at a holiday party. At 5-9, DC became just the second losing team to qualify for the playoffs this year, yet no franchise owns more postseason experience. The Defenders are making their 30th playoff appearance and have won a league record 8 championships. Second-year head coach Jared Mayo guided DC back to the postseason after another 5-9 campaign last season, though last year's trip ended with a wild-card loss, and perhaps most importantly, they know that they can beat Philadelphia. Back in Week 9, the Defenders went into Philadelphia on a Sunday night in front of a nationwide audience and escaped with an 18-12 victory, despite producing only 309 yards of offense. The visitors forced 5 turnovers and capitalized on every Philly mistake. The game changed with 4:44 remaining when rookie linebacker Edgerrin Cooper scooped up a Christian McCaffrey fumble and raced 61 yards for the go-ahead touchdown. Philadelphia failed on all 5 fourth-down attempts and turned the ball over 5 times. In football, you don't need style points. The Defenders proved earlier this year that they can muddy up the game and create turnovers. On any given Sunday, they can beat anybody. Players to watch for the DC Defenders, quarterback C.J. Stroud. 3,051 yards this season, 18 touchdowns, but he did take 49 sacks. Stroud's numbers aren't flashy, but he has shown the ability to make timely throws and avoid the big mistake. Running back Brian Robinson. With Philadelphia missing Max Crosby and several defenders due to injury, Robinson could be the key controlling the clock for time of possession. Some other players to watch, cornerbacks Zion McCollum and Cam Taylor-Britt, each recorded 4 interceptions. The strength of this DC squad is they are the number 1 rushing defense in the WFL. They only allowed an average of 86.4 rushing yards per game. The Defenders have built their identity around stopping the run and forcing opponents into mistakes. Across the field are the Philadelphia Stars. The Stars are making their first playoff appearance since relocating from London last season. But this franchise's history stretches back from Birmingham to Jacksonville to 13 seasons overseas in London before returning stateside. Head coach Sean Payton enters the postseason with 142 career victories, second all-time behind Cleveland's Andy Reid. Last season, as the London Knights, his team reached the conference championship before falling to Tampa Bay. Series history, Philadelphia won Week 4 13-3, and we already talked about the DC win in Week 9, 18-12. Overall, DC leads this series just barely, 29-28, and in postseason, DC has won 6 out of 9 games. This will be the 10th playoff meeting between these two rivals. Quarterback Drake May, rookie, 2,994 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, has completed 63% of his passes. The rookie quarterback has been outstanding, but his 3 interceptions against DC earlier this year still linger. Wide receiver Drake London, 80 catches and 9 touchdowns. Another receiver, Demario Douglas, one of the league's most underrated weapons, with 69 receptions. Running back Alexander Madison returns after missing several games to injury and gives Philadelphia much-needed balance. Free agent pickup Tank Bigsby, though, will get the start at running back. He's done a capable job of carrying that load for the Stars. Philadelphia's biggest strength coming into this game is their red zone efficiency. Offensively, the Stars finished first in the league, converting 95.7% of their trips into the 20. Philly doesn't waste opportunities. If they reach scoring territory, they almost always come away with points. DC's defense must keep them out of the red zone today. Keys to victory for DC: win the turnover battle, keep the score low, and let the defense dictate the pace. Philadelphia, they need to protect Drake May. They need to avoid the mistakes that doomed them back in Week 9, and then finish drives. The early game features 2 historic franchises and a rivalry that stretches across the decades. DC has the rings and the history, but Philadelphia owns one of the league's most efficient offenses. It's Wildcard Sunday, and you're watching the WFL playoffs on the Replay Sports channel. Kickoff from Philadelphia coming up next. Welcome to a cold, rainy Liberty Stadium in Philadelphia. 39 degrees. Captains meet at midfield for the coin toss. Philly has won the toss. They have elected to receive. Gould is the deep man to receive for the Stars. Elliott will kick off. And Wildcard Sunday is underway. Gould will watch that one sail through the end zone for a touchback. Let's take a look at the Philadelphia Stars starting offense. Drake May, the rookie, will get the start at quarterback. Tank Bigsby at running back. Drake London, Calvin Ridley, Demario Douglas are the wide receivers. Cade Stover, the tight end. Barton at center. Howard and Ruiz are the guards. Johnson and McCarry are the tackles. As they break the huddle, Philly in their home. Gold helmets, gold pants, red jerseys, gold numbers. They're going to be moving right to left across your screen. May operating out of the pistol on first down. Play action. He's going to pass. Pocket collapsing, in trouble. May's going to run. He's to the 30. Gets close to the 35. Tackled by Martin. And they're going to mark the ball just short of the first down. Let's take a moment, look at the DC defender defense. Matabuke and Inagabare are the defensive ends. Butler is the nose tackle. Williams and Jerem are the outside linebackers. Fred Warner, the middle linebacker. McCollum and Lenore are the cornerbacks. Martin and Johnson are the safeties. Cam Taylor-Britt will be the nickelback. Two tight end formation. Now in for Philly. Bigsby the lone running back. May changing the play at the line. 2nd and inches. May calls his own number, sneaks in, and he picks up the first down. Again, 39 degrees at kickoff, light rain here on a natural grass surface in Philadelphia. And we're going to see Alexander Madison come in for the first time today. Again, he missed several weeks due to injury. Christian McCaffrey.
False start. Offense, number 65, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Penalty on the play. Alan Eck is our referee today. So the false start on the tackle, Lane Johnson, that's going to move Philly back to their own 31. So I was mentioning Christian McCaffrey, knee injury has sidelined him for most of the season. Four wide receivers, Madison the lone running back. May operating from the gun, back to pass. Over the middle, completes to London near the 40, and he's tackled immediately by McCollum. Pickup of 11. Just underway here from Philadelphia. St. Louis and Denver won their games yesterday. Later on today, we have Atlanta at Arizona. Substitutions coming in for Philadelphia. Give to Bigsby. Right side of the line. Stop. Nope. Gets going again. Brick loose from Butler. And he picks up the first down. A pickup of 7. And Philadelphia is nearing midfield. Made a pass on first down, looking for Stover, incomplete. Rain but no wind here in Philly. Three wide receivers set. May looking to pass, has time, fires downfield to London, and it's complete at the 10. And McCollum drags him down. London hangs on for a 42-yard catch, and it's 1st and goal, Philadelphia. So May audibled out of the play and took advantage of the London-McCollum matchup there. McCollum all by himself covering London. Pitch left to Bigsby on 1st and goal. Gets near the 8-yard line. They'll mark him at the 7. Pickup of 2. Again, if you joined us in the pregame, Philadelphia has the league's best red zone efficiency. They score 95% of the time when they get inside the 20. Bigsby the lone running back. 2 tight end formation, 2 wide receivers. 2nd and goal. The give to Bigsby. Right side of the line. Stopped near the 5 by Owusu Koromoa. Another pickup 2, and it'll bring up 3rd down. DC on the back foot here early. Philadelphia brings in 3 tight ends. May operating out of the pistol. Back to pass on 3rd and goal. Over the middle, over the head of Stover. Warner also tried to make a grab for it. Incomplete. 4th down, and that will bring out the field goal kicking unit. Brandon Aubrey, 26 of 29 on field goals this season, will try to put the first points on the board. 23-yard field goal attempt. And it's straight, it's good, and with 9:40 to go, Philadelphia strikes first. 10-play, 70-yard drive. Key play there was that 42-yard pass from May to London. McLeod back deep to receive the kickoff from Aubrey. And McLeod's going to down this one. C.J. Stroud brings his DC defenders offense out. And let's take a look at the DC offense. C.J. Stroud at quarterback, 2nd-year man from Ohio State. Brian Robinson Jr. will be the running back. Ray McLeod, Calvin Austin III, and Rome Odunze will be the wide receivers. Kyle Pitts at tight end. BB at center. Parham and Ezudu are the guards. Bowles and Moore are at tackle. DC in their all-white away uniforms, white helmet, white jerseys, white pants, red numbers. They're moving left to right across your screen. Stroud operating from the pistol on 1st and 10. 9:40 to go in the first quarter. Stroud back to pass. Throws a quick out to Austin, and he's pushed out of bounds by Murphy Bunting. A pickup of 7. Let's take a look at that Philly defense. Simmons and Bosa are the defensive ends. Breezy will be the nose tackle. Phillips and Yaya Diaby are the outside linebackers. Mac Wilson is the middle linebacker. Murphy, Bunting, Bland are the cornerbacks. Howden and Woods are the safeties. Starling Thomas will be the nickelback. Two tight end formation in for DC. Stroud under center. Pitches left to Robinson. Gets around in. He's got the first down. Steps out at about the 39. A pickup of 7. First and 10. Stars lead at 3-0 here early in the first. Stroud back to pass. Screen pass to Robinson. Guard blocking up front, and he's tackled by Queen at the DC 47. A pickup of 8. That'll bring up 2nd and 2. That's going to cause a slick football today. So seeing the referee dry the ball off with a towel in between. Short out to Adunzier. Pushed out of bounds by Thomas. Pickup of 6. Fresh set of downs as we near the halfway point of the first quarter. DC now inside Philadelphia territory. Handoff to Robinson into the right side of the line. He's to the 45. Tackled by Diaby at the 41. A pickup of 6. These two teams played each other twice already this season. DC won here back in week 9 on a Sunday night game, 18-12. Antonio Gibson checks into the game now at running back. Hand off to Gibson. Into the right side of the line. He's got the first down. He's to the 35. Woods drags him down at the 32. A pickup of 9. Four wide receivers. Gibson the lone running back. Man in motion. Handoff to Gibson. Into the right side of the line. He's to the 30. Golston with a stop at the 27. Robinson checks back into the game. DC with a methodical opening drive. Stroud back to pass. Deflected by Murphy. Bunting nearly intercepted. Couldn't hold on. Pass intended for Austin. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. DC needs to get to the Philly 22. Three wide receivers, tight end, and one running back. Stroud back to pass. Quickly fires for Adunze, but it might be pass interference. You also have an injured player on
Pass
the field.
interference, defense. Number 24, automatic, first down.
So pass interference on Thomas. Phillips was the injured player. He's heading to the DC sideline. So ball will be placed at the Philadelphia 20. First and 10, 4.5 minutes to go. First quarter, 10th play of the drive coming up for DC. Stroud under pressure, fires underneath to Pitts. Tackled by Woods at the 8, first down. A pickup of 12. Two tight end formation in for DC. Stroud goes under center this time. Give us to Robinson into the right side lines to the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown DC. And the defenders take the lead with 3:42 left to go in the first quarter. An 11-play, 75-yard drive taking up nearly 6 minutes. Elliott on for the point after. And it's good. So Philadelphia scores on their first possession. They had to settle for a field goal, but DC, with an impressive drive, they get 7. Gould back deep to return. Reed and Douglas are the short returners. And Elliott's kickoff will sail through the end zone for a touchback. So 2 very interesting opening drives for both the defenders and the Stars. May under center. Bigsby the lone running back. Second possession for the Stars. Play action. May fires for Douglas. Lenore steps in front of it, knocks it down. Incomplete. Second and 10. May operating from the pistol. He'll hand it off to Madison. Gets by 1 man. Tackled by Martin at the 28. It's a gain of 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 7. Philadelphia will go empty backfield. 4 wide receivers set here on 3rd and 7. Steady rain continues to fall here at Liberty Stadium. Back to pass. May looking with time. Completes it to Reed near the 40. Stopped by Mills at the 44. A pickup of 16. First down, Philadelphia. Off to Bigsby. Left side of the line, gets near the 46. And we have an injured Philadelphia player. It's tackle Lane Johnson as he's being helped to the Philadelphia sideline. And in his place will be Tyron Smith. Bring up 2nd and 8, 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. From the gun, May back to pass, over the middle, completes it to London. Tackled immediately by McCollum. Pickup of 10 yards, first down, and Philly is inside DC territory. Ball be marked at the DC 44. May back to pass. Near side to Ridley at the 40. Tackled by Taylor Britt, a pickup of 7. Less than 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Second and 3. May back to pass. Fires over the middle. Intended for Douglas. Lenore had a chance at an interception, but incomplete. Lane Johnson back into the game. Clock stops with 37 seconds left. 3rd and 3 coming up for Philadelphia. Make sure to stick with us between the quarters. We have a special announcement coming up. Our Gridiron Award announcement. Coach of the Year nominees coming up. Four wide receiver set. May calling out the play. Back to pass. Has time. Throws near side. Douglas can't hang on to it, or did he? Sean Payton's throwing the red challenge flag. He is telling referee Alan Eck that Douglas made the catch as he, and we're watching the replay here, feet are in, it looks like. The call is going to be whether or not he bobbled the ball or not. So Alan Eck's going to take a look at it, and here's the call.
Upon further review, the ball was secured before it hit the ground. The pass is complete. No timeout will be charged.
So that was the whole big question there was, the feet were inbounds, but did he, as he's falling to the ground, did he hold on to it? And it's ruled by the replay that he did. So 30 seconds left, 1st and 10, ball will be marked at the DC 27. DC coach Gerard Mayer is talking to one of the officials, wanting to get a little bit more clarification there. He of course, saw something different. May under center. Hand off to Bigsby. Up the middle, near the 25. Warner tackles him after a pickup of 2. Let's see, Philadelphia has time for one more play. And they don't. Into the first quarter. DC Defenders with a 7-3 lead over the Philadelphia Stars. You're watching Wildcard Weekend from the WFL here on the Replay Sports Channel. So quite the entertaining first quarter. Despite the weather, 39 degrees, rain, steady rain coming. And now is the time when we take a look at another group of nominees for the Gridiron Awards. These are the awards handed out the Friday night before the Pantheon Bowl 24, taking place in St. Louis this year. So today in our game, we're going to be looking at the 3 men who are the nominees for Coach of the Year. Here are the nominees. First up, Aaron Glenn of New Jersey, the former Vegas defensive coordinator who was named head coach, put together a double-digit win season for the Hitmen. They have a bye week this week. They'll be awaiting a winner today and find out who their opponent is going to be next week. John Harbaugh, in his second year in Chicago, also an American Conference top seed. And the resurgence of Baker Mayfield. And last but not least, Deion Sanders, head coach of the Arizona Rattlers. From the big free agency move of getting Aaron Rodgers and TJ Watt to join the team, and the season that they had going 10-4, we will see Arizona and Coach Prime in action later today when Atlanta takes on Arizona. So those are your nominees for Coach of the Year during the Arizona-Atlanta game. We'll have the final group of nominees for the next award. Again, the Gridiron Awards. Make sure to catch it here on the Replay Sports Channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. So back to live action. DC with a 7-3 lead, but Philadelphia driving. as we start the second quarter. 2nd and 8, ball at the DC 25. Three wide receiver set. May, play action. Gonna throw. Drifts to his right, throws downfield. Taylor Britt can't bring it in. Nearly had the interception. May was looking to go deep for Ridley. That'll bring up 3rd down. May, back to pass. Quick throw near side. It's intercepted by Lenore, and he's taken off to the races. He's finally brought down near midfield. Lenore with the interception. And Philadelphia commits the game's first turnover. May was attempting to throw towards Douglas, and Lenore jumps the route. They'll mark the ball at the Philadelphia 49. So DC gets the ball just inside Philadelphia territory. So CJ Stroud and company will get to work. Two tight end formation. Robinson the lone running back. Stroud from the pistol. Back to pass. Over the middle. Completes it to Pitts. Stopped near the 40 by Woods. A pickup of 7. Second and 3. Stroud. Screen to Robinson near side. Gets to the 40. He's got the first down, 35, before finally being spun down by Woods at the 32. A pickup of 10. First down. Stroud, 6 of 7 so far for 50 yards. Another quick pass to Austin as he is knocked out of bounds by Murphy Bunting near the 20. First down, pickup of 11 yards. DC moving the ball down the field. Ball at the Philadelphia 21. DC trying to take advantage of the turnover. Handoff to Robinson up the middle. Gets inside the 20. Queen had him, couldn't hang on. Simmons finally finishes him off after a 4-yard gain. They'll bring up 2nd and 6. And off to Robinson, left side of the line. He's near the 15, tiptoeing along the sidelines near the 10. And pushed out of bounds by Queen. They're going to mark him out at the 11. And they signal, for the officials signal first down. So 1st and 10, ball at the 11. And in motion coming near side. Handoff to Robinson. Into the thick of it. Simmons stops him there. No gain. Robinson's going to head to the sidelines. Gibson will come in at running back. Give is to Gibson, right side of the line. He's to the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, DC. DC capitalizes on the Philadelphia turnover, and they're about to take an 11-point lead. 7 plays, 49 yards. Elliott on for the point after attempt. And it's good. So with 10:33 left in the second quarter, Philadelphia Star fans are in shock as the defenders jump up to a 14-3 lead. Elliott tees the ball up, and he's going to boot this one all the way through the end zone for a touchback. Drake May and company down 11. They'll start off with a 2 tight end formation. Bixby the lone running back. May back to pass over the middle, completes to Stover at the 30. Gets by one man, gets through another. He's to midfield. Finally dragged down by Martin. A pickup of 26 yards. Both teams seeming to get into the other half of the field very quickly here. Just inside DC territory, 10.5 minutes to go until halftime. Handoff to Bigsby into the right side of the line. Met at the 48 by Williams. Pickup of 1. Second and 9. Give us to Bigsby. Sweeps left. Can't get around the end, and him and Williams meet again. No gain. They'll bring up 3rd and 9. Four wide receiver set. May from the gun. Back to pass. Only 3-man rushing. Penalty flag on the play. Pass completes to Douglas near the DC 45.
Encroachment defense. Number 92, 5-yard penalty.
So Matabuke jumped before the snap. Philadelphia will accept the penalty. It'll make it 3rd and 4. Ball at the DC 43. Three-man rush. May with time over the middle, completes it to London near the 35. McCollum with the tackle. First down, pickup of 8 yards. May so far, 8 of 14, 130 yards. London, 4 catches for 71 yards. Philly now into a 3 wide receiver set. May operating under center. Back to pass, play action. Looking for Ridley. Incomplete. Halfway through the second quarter. DC with a 14-3 lead here in Philadelphia. Stover lines up in the slot. Bigsby the lone running back. Blitz coming. May avoids it. Throws downfield. Completes to Ridley near the 15. Martin with the stop. They're going to mark him down at the 16. First down. May back to pass. Completes it to Douglas near the 10. Lenore hits him out at the 9. 7-yard pickup. Philadelphia goes back to the 2 tight end setup. Handoff to Bigsby, left side of the line, and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Pushed out of bounds by Lloyd at the 12. Brings up 3rd and 6. Clapping his hands for the snap, gets the ball, back to pass, looking, has time, throws for the end zone toward Ridley, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th and 6, and Peyton has no other choice but to go for the field goal here. So Brandon Aubrey for his 2nd field goal attempt. This one will be from about 30 yards. Snap, hold, kick is up and good from 30. So with 5:13 left, DC 14, Philadelphia 6. Aubrey tees up the ball, plowed deep to return. Aubrey's kickoff will not be returnable. DC will start from their own 25. 5:13 to go until halftime. Hand off to Robinson, right side the line, and a loss of 1. Simmons brings him down at 24. Second and 11. Stroud back to pass. Over the middle, completes it to Pitts near the 35. And it looks like he's going to be a couple yards short of the first down. Pitts with 3 catches today. Gibson, the lone running back. Handoff Gibson. Plunges into the line, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage by Hamilton. So 4th and 3, I think we're going to see our first punt of the day. Trenton Gill back to punt. Reed back to receive. Reed will watch that one go into the end zone. A 68-yard punt by Gill. Again, no wind here, just a steady rain, 39 degrees at kickoff. So Philly will have 3:03 left to go until halftime. They'll start their own 20. Three wide receivers set. Bigsby the lone running back. Hand off Bigsby into the right side of the line. Gets near the 23. Tackled by Warner. Second and 7. Pitch left to Bigsby. He'll be tackled by Gabre at the line of scrimmage. DC is going to use their first timeout here. Try to save some time. We have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 7 coming up. May back to pass. Looks over the middle, completes it to London near the 31. He's got the first down. Cullum spun him down. Pickup of 9. And Philadelphia will wait till the 2-minute warning. And we've reached the 2-minute warning. Again, make sure to stick around with us at halftime. We'll recap the first half. And then a preview of the Atlanta-Arizona game later today. That'll follow our game here. 1st and 10, ball at the Philadelphia 32. Stars trail by 8. Four wide receivers set. Empty backfield behind May. With time, throws.
Pass
Douglas,
interference,
but there's
defense.
a flag.
Number 2, 5-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
And Lenore gets called for the DPI. That'll move the ball to the Philadelphia 37 and a fresh set of downs for the Stars. Minute 56 left in the first half. Blitz coming up the middle. May moves around to avoid. Looking for a receiver. He throws underneath to Stover. Tackled by Martin, a pickup of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6. May's going to have to go to the hurry-up offense here. Blitz up the middle. May slings it. Tipped in the air by McCollum and incomplete. Clock stops with 1:31 left. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. Reed and London are left side. Douglas and Ridley line up on the right. May throws to Reed. Reed can't hold on to it. Martin was guarding him closely. Reed protesting for the pass interference call, but he's not going to get it. 4th and 6. And Peyton's going to leave the offense out there. Philadelphia had won the toss. They had elected to receive, so that means DC will get the ball to start the second half. So Sean Payton taking a gamble here. Need to get to the Philly 47. May back to pass, looking. Checks down to Stover, but he is tackled immediately by Warner. A pickup of 1, and Philadelphia will turn the ball over on downs. So a big opportunity here for DC to add to the lead before halftime. They have 2 timeouts left. Blitz coming, picked up, completes the pass to Adunzier. Knocked out of bounds at the 31. No, they said he stayed in bounds. Clock still running. Stroud bringing his team up to the line of scrimmage. Minute 17 left. Stroud over the middle to Pitts near the 25, tackled by Woods at the 26. Ball at the Philadelphia 23, penalty flag. Stroud throws an incomplete
Encroachment
pass.
defense. Number 97, 5-yard penalty.
Joey Bosa gets caught there jumping over the line, so 5-yard penalty. Clock stops at 47 seconds left. Ball be placed in the Philadelphia 18. Three wide receiver set. Pitts lines up in the slot. Back to pass. Intercepted by Woods at the 5. He's going to go downfield. He's to the midfield. 40, 30. Finally brought down at the DC 20-yard line. A 70-yard interception return by Xavier Woods. And the Stars with an opportunity here with 39 seconds left before halftime. First real mistake made by DC today. Stars still have 3 timeouts remaining. From the DC 20. May. Back to pass. Delayed blitz. Completes the pass to Stover. Tackled by Taylor Britt at the 11. A pickup of 9. And May's going to call his first timeout here. Clock stops at 33 seconds. Ball at the DC 11. Bring up 2nd and 1. Trips right. May changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Back to pass. May in trouble. Gonna have to scramble. He's in the 5. Touchdown, May. Nothing open and the pocket was collapsing. So May takes off and scores 11 yards out. And Sean Payton signals for the Stars to keep the offense out on the field. They're gonna go for 2. To tie the game at 14. 3 tight end formation. Handoff to Bigsby, and he's nailed by Johnson. Philadelphia cannot convert on the 2-pointer. So Philadelphia back in this one just before halftime. I think Stroud's just going to kneel down here. They have the 2-point lead. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. And that's what Stroud's going to do here. So Stroud tosses the ball to referee Alan Eck. And both teams head to the dressing room. Very entertaining first half. DC leads at 14-12. Make sure to stick around for halftime. We'll catch you up on the first half recap and a preview of the Atlanta-Arizona game later today. Replay Sports Channel presentation of Wildcard Weekend is being brought to you by Royal Retros. The road to Pantheon Bowl 24 begins this weekend. Whether you're cheering for Baltimore, St. Louis, Denver, Las Vegas, DC, Philadelphia, Atlanta, or Arizona, show your playoff pride with authentic replica jerseys from Royal Retros. Classic designs, premium quality, the perfect way to represent your team as the Wildcard playoffs kick off. Don't just watch the action, wear it. Order your favorite team's replica jersey today from Royal Retros and use the discount code REPLAY to get 10% off your purchase. The link will be provided in the show's description. So we got us a ball game here between DC and Philadelphia. They historically provide us some great playoff games. As we take a look back at the first half of this one. Philadelphia driving first, scoring first, an Aubrey 23-yard field goal made it 3-0, and then on their first drive, DC with an 11-play 75-yard drive culminating in Brian Robinson's 8-yard touchdown run. And then early in the second quarter, a Gibson 11-yard touchdown run, courtesy of the turnover. A May interception provided the ammunition there, and DC goes to a 14-3 lead. Aubrey would add a second field goal later in the second quarter to make it 14-6, and then a C.J. Stroud interception and a great return by Philadelphia defense would put Philadelphia in position for a May 11-yard touchdown run. The two-point conversion failed, but Philadelphia only down by 2 points as the game sits at halftime. If we look at the team statistics here, time of possession, slight edge to Philadelphia, slight edge in total net offense also to Philadelphia. Both teams have committed one turnover. C.J. Stroud, 10 of 12, passing 89 yards. He has been intercepted once. Drake May, 14 of 24, 179 yards, has been intercepted once as well. Leading ground gainer for DC, Brian Robinson Jr., 7 carries, 30 yards, 1 touchdown. Drake May leads the rushers for Philadelphia, 3 carries, 22 yards, and 1 touchdown. Kyle Pitts, the tight end for DC, 4 catches, 36 yards. Drake London, 5 catches, and 80 yards for them. A little bit later today, we are going to have for you the final playoff game in our wild card round. It'll be the Atlanta Legends taking on the Arizona Rattlers. Atlanta coming in at 9-5, led by Joe Burrow. And they will be taking on the Arizona Rattlers. Aaron Rodgers leading the Arizona offense. This is going to be probably the 2 best collections of offensive talent in the entire National Conference. Atlanta has the 6th best offense. Arizona has the 2nd. Joe Burrow had completed over 3,592 yards, passing 25 touchdowns, finished the season with a 102.6 quarterback rating. And then what can you say that hasn't been said about Aaron Rodgers? Future Hall of Famer, threw for over 4,000 yards this year and moved into 7th place all time with 51,265 career passing yards. So at the completion of our game here in Philadelphia, make sure to stay tuned for Atlanta at Arizona. All right, so both teams are coming out of the dressing room. It's cold, it's wet, but we got another half of football to come up, but here between the DC Defenders and the Philadelphia Stars. Thank you for watching the WFL here on the Replay Sports Channel. The WFL utilizes real NFL players and the advanced simulation capabilities of DK Sports Action PC Football. The WFL strives to create a thrilling, strategic, and statistically rich football environment that balances realism with innovation. Stay tuned for the second half. Both teams are back out on the field and getting ready for the second half, and it's the only game that's outdoors this weekend in Wildcard weekend. The St. Louis-Baltimore game and the Denver-Vegas game yesterday were both in dome stadiums, and of course the Atlanta-Arizona game later today will be in a dome stadium as well. As McLeod gets a great return of 40 yards. Aubrey ends up having to make the tackle. When your kicker has to make a tackle there, that's usually not a good thing. So DC will set up nicely at their own 40, leading here by 2, the 6th seed in the American Conference. C.J. Stroud under center, calling out the plays. Second-year man out of Ohio State. Handoff to Robinson up the middle. He's inside the 42. Mark him down at the 43. Yaya Diaby with a tackle. Tenth time these two franchises have met in postseason. DC with a 6-3 record against Philadelphia in the postseason. Stroud changing the play at the line. Back to pass. In trouble. Has to run. Tripped up by Simmons at the DC 49, a pickup of 6. Now statistically that's his second run. Of course he had the kneel down at the end of the first half, so this is really his first run, if you will. Kneel downs count as rushing attempts. They'll bring up 3rd and 1. DC 1 of 2 on 3rd down attempts today. Philadelphia 4 of 9. Full house backfield in for DC. Man in motion near side. Give us to Robinson. Bullies his way forward. Did he get the first down? He did. Tackled by Woods at the Philadelphia 49. Fresh set of downs for DC. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Stroud forced to scramble. Maybe a pickup of 2. Breezy, the nose tackle, brings him down at the 47. Second and 8. Pitch right to Robinson. And he is hit in the backfield by Simmons. That did not fool anybody. A loss of 4. And that'll bring up 3rd and 12. Blitz up the middle. Tosses underneath to McLeod. Land will bring him down at the 42. So it brings up 4th and 3. And Gerard Mayo makes an interesting decision here. He's going to bring out the punting unit. And this is apparently going to play the field position game here. So Trenton Gill, maybe do a little coffin corner kick here. And aims it, goes inside the 10. And the official will mark it with his left foot there at the 8-yard line. So a punt of 34. So Philadelphia will start from their own 8-yard line. 10:35 left to go here. Third quarter, DC leads at 14-12. Bigsby the lone setback. May under center. The give to Bigsby. Right side of the line, gets near the 10. Pickup of 2, Matabuke with the tackle. Bigsby on the day, 11 carries but just 18 yards. Philadelphia struggling to run the ball today, averaging just 2.9 yards per carry. May drops into shotgun formation here on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Screen to Bigsby. Incomplete. Bigsby was going one way. May was throwing another way. They were not on the same page. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. Blitz up the middle. May throws. Looking for London. Incomplete. London was double covered on that. So Philly will go 3 and out. And we'll see their punter for the first time, Ryan Stonehouse. And punt returner Calvin Austin III, who was named to the All-Star team a couple weeks ago, averaging 13.3 yards per return. Stonehouse from his own end zone gets this one away. Austin III will call for the fair catch. They'll mark the ball at the 34. 9:38 left to go here, third quarter. DC leads at 14-12. Robinson, the lone running back. Stroud changing the call at the line. Back to pass. Fires over the middle, completes it to Pitts near the 40. And he's gang tackled. Woods leading the way. Pickup of 7. Stroud, 12 of 14 for 105 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up. Hand off to Robinson into the right side of the line. He's going to be stopped by Simmons. He's going to be short. Only a pickup of 2. They'll mark the ball at the 43. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Field getting slippery out there. Robinson takes the handoff, dives into the line, but he did not get the first down. Bell with the tackle back at the 42. So Mayo again will send out the punting unit. DC goes 3 and out. It's a slippery field, and on both sidelines you see trainers making changes in the foot gear. as Gill goes to punt the ball away. Aiming for the sideline, but that was not a good punt. I think it went off the side of his foot. Out of bounds at the 33, only a punt of 25 yards. 7.5 minutes to go here in this one. If Philadelphia manages to win this one, they will go to play New Jersey next week, and St. Louis will go to Chicago. If DC holds on to win, DC would be going to New Jersey, and St. Louis would be going to Chicago. Of course, after the completion of our final game today, we'll have the complete divisional round lineup for you after that. Two tight end setup for Philadelphia. May over the middle, completes to Everett near the 40, tackled immediately by Lloyd, a pickup of 6 yards. Second and 4. May operating out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers set. May back to pass, drifts right, throws down to Douglas at the 40, and he gets tackled by Lenore. Just a pickup of 2. Now bring up 3rd and 2. Off to Bigsby, sweeping right. He's maybe got the first down. Yeah, he picked up the first down. Matabuke with a stop at the 43. Didn't think he had it there for a moment. No challenge coming from the DC sideline. Made a pass on first down, throws underneath to Bigsby near the 45. He's at midfield, pushed out of bounds by Owusu Koromoa at the DC 48, a pickup of 9 yards. Madison checks into the game at running back. 2nd and 1 from the DC 48. May in trouble, forced to scramble. He's got the first down. He's at the 40, 30, cuts back. Lenore can't hang on, and May slides down. They'll mark him at the DC 19, a gain of 29 yards. So on just 4 carries, Drake May has gained 51 yards. Philadelphia inside the red zone. For the 4th time today, they've scored all 3 times. May changing the play. Back to pass. Looking over the middle, London at the 10. McCollum drags him down. Pickup of 11. It's 1st and goal, Philadelphia. Philadelphia looking to take the lead. May back to pass. Blitz coming up the middle. He fires for Stover near the corner. Complete, touchdown. Stover with the 8-yard catch. May put it perfectly over his shoulder. And the Stars now lead by 4. And Coach Payton's going to go for 2 again. Trying to make this a 6-point ball game. Three tight end formation. May from the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking for London. Incomplete. So the 2-point conversion fails. Philadelphia leads 18-14 with 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. Make sure to stay with us at the completion of the game. We'll announce the Replay Sports Channel player of the game for you. And again, later today, Atlanta at Arizona. The winner of that game will take on the Birmingham Americans. So the kickoff sailed through the end zone. DC will start their own 25. DC trailing by 4 points. Robinson, left side, 30, cuts back, spin move. Finally brought down by Woods at the 36, a pickup of 11. Robinson, 13 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. From the gun, pressure up the middle. Stroud, screen pass to Robinson. Knocked down by Queen at the 43, a gain of 7. Stroud now 13 of 15 for 112 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Stroud in trouble. Forced to scramble. He's at the 45. Cuts back. Wilson finally stops him at midfield. First down, DC. A pickup of 7 yards. Stroud throws the screen to Robinson, but he can't hold on. That's a slippery football out there today. .106 left in the third quarter. Stars lead at 18-14. Robinson gets the handoff, and he's met by Simmons. They're seeing a lot of each other today. Loss of 1, ball back at the DC 49, brings up 3rd and 11. Stroud with time. Completes the pass near side to Samuel. He's going to be knocked out of bounds by Bell after a pickup of 6. They're saying the clock's still running. And DC's in no hurry to call a play here. So they will be facing a 4th and 5. That'll give head coach Gerard Mayo and his quarterback some time to think about this as we head to the 4th quarter in this one.
This telecast is copyrighted by the WFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the WFL's consent is prohibited.
And we've got a great game here in Philadelphia. Philadelphia taking the lead for the first time since the first quarter. DC has made a decision. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 5. DC trails by 4. Stroud operating from the pistol. Back to pass. Blitz coming up the middle. Throws over the middle. Completes it to Odunzie inside the 35. Lunges for extra yardage and finally stopped by Thomas. A pickup of 15. So the gamble for Gerard Mayo pays off. Fresh set of downs. Ball will be placed at the Philadelphia 30. Handoff Robinson into the right side of the line. Gets to about the 28. Simmons with a stop. Pickup of 2. Seemed like Simmons is just shadowing Robinson on those runs. Stroud to throw on 2nd and 8. Looking for Austin. Closely guarded there by Murphy Bunting. Incomplete to bring up 3rd and 8. Four wide receivers set. Pitts lines up in the slot. Stroud back to pass. Looking, has time. Looking for Pitts. Incomplete. So that'll bring up 4th and 8, and it'll also will bring up Elliott to kick. First field goal attempt of the day for Jake Elliott. Just 15 of 24 on field goals, 62.4% in field goal kicking. This one will be from about 46 yards. And it's good. And DC now trails by 1 with 13 minutes and 21 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Elliott's kickoff sails through the end zone for the touchback. Philly will start at their own 25. Drake May under center. Rookie quarterback. Back to pass. In trouble. Forced to scramble. He's to the 30, the 35, 40. He's hit. Fumble. Who's got it? It is picked up by Taylor Britt. He has room to run. 30, 20. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown DC. What a turning point in this game. May running with the ball, and I believe Fred Warner, the middle linebacker, punched it out. And then Cam Taylor Britt, Johnny on the spot, scoops the ball up. And this is just reminiscent of that game in week 9 where it was Ed Cooper who collected a fumble and races. This time it's Taylor Britt, though, for 42. So Gerard Mayo is going to send his offense out there. They're going to go for 2. C.J. Stroud under center. Stroud tries to sweep it in. He can't get in. So with 13:05 left, DC with a 5-point lead, 23-18. DC at 5-9, their second year in a row going 5-9, trying to advance past the wild card round. They weren't successful in doing it last year. Kickoff sails through the end zone for a touchback. DC trying to get beyond the wild card for the first time since 2020. In 2019 and 2020, they made it as far as the Eastern Conference Championship game under then coach John Harbaugh. But there's still plenty of time. May working out of the pistol. Throws out to Douglas at the 30. Tackled by Lenore, pick up of 5 yards. Second and 5. May back to pass, fires over the middle, completes to London near the 40. Dragged down by McCollum, pickup of 10. 7th catch of the day for Drake London. He has 101 yards receiving. Philly has not been able to run the ball very well other than Drake with those scrambles. As he completes a pass over the middle to London. Tackled again by McCollum, a pickup of 7. Second and 3. Pitch right to Madison. He's to midfield. He's got the first down and into DC territory. Taylor Britt with the stop at the 46, a pickup of 7. Again, this is Madison's first game back after injury. Tank Bigsby was picked up as a free agent because they were running out of running backs. Philadelphia trailing by 5. May changing the call. He's going to pass. Checks down to Bigsby. He's to the 40. Flag on the play.
Holding offense. Number 65, 10-yard penalty.
So that'll be on the tackle Macari that moved the ball back to the Philadelphia 44. Hasn't been a lot of penalties in this game. DC 2 for 10, Philly 4 for 27. First and 20. May has time. Checks down to Douglas near midfield. And he'll be hammered by Lenore at the DC 49. I'll bring up 2nd and 13. We're nearing the 10-minute mark. May. Pressure coming up the middle. Fires. Completes to London. Pickup of 10. Tackled by McCullum. 9 catches on the day for Drake London. Third and 3. Need to get to the DC 36. Checks down to Ridley near side. Taylor Britt hits him immediately. Only a gain of 1. It's 4th and 2. Peyton keeps the offense out on the field. May with time, throws, picked off by Lenore. Lenore, he could go all the way, 50, 40, 30, he's gone. 2nd interception of the game, and this could be trouble. Lenore, 67-yard interception return touchdown. And Philadelphia fans, some of them are already heading toward the exits. My, oh my. And Elliott's point after is no good. But with 8 minutes and 8 seconds left, DC with a 29-18 lead.
Upon further review, the runner was stopped short of the first down. No timeout will be charged.
Apologize for technical difficulties. As Philadelphia has now driven near midfield, it's now 3rd and inches. Full house backfield. May under center. Pushes way forward, he gets the first down. Owusu Koromora with a tackle, pick up a 5. First and 10, 6:40 left. DC leads at 29-18. Blitz coming. Bay throws it to Douglas inside the 44. Drilled by Lenore, but he holds on. Thought there was a penalty flag on the play, but referee Alan Eck signals no penalty there. 2nd and 3. Stars trailing by 11. May throws. McCallum bats it away. Incomplete. Clock stops with 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Empty backfield behind May. 29 of 43, 283 yards. Has time to throw, looking. Fires downfield. It's picked off by Taylor Britt at the 23. He's to the 30, 40, midfield, cuts back, finally wrestled down at the 33. Third interception of the day thrown by Drake May, and that might be the final nail in the Philadelphia coffin as more Philadelphia Star fans begin to head up the aisles to the exits here at Liberty Stadium. And the DC sideline beginning to celebrate. Stroud under center. Hands off to Robinson. Into the right side of the line. Gets to about the 30. They actually say he's going to make it to the 29. Tackled by Simmons. DC in no hurry to run plays. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. Again, it'll be the first time, if this score holds, the first time since 2018 that both number 6 seeds in both conferences advance to the divisional round. Two tight end formation in for DC. Ball to Philadelphia 29. Robinson with a handoff, again into the right side of the line. Simmons meets him at the 27. Now bring up 3rd and 4. DC with the brilliant game plan, short passing plays by Stroud, relying on the running game. And the defense putting on an encore performance of what they put on in week 9. Didn't think it would be capable of doing it again, but they've been able to do so again. Stroud and company taking their time, getting up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4, handoff to Robinson. Penalty flag as he's tackled by Woods.
Offense. Number 72, 10-yard penalty.
Holding called on Bowles. That'll move DC back to the Philly 28. Clock stops with 3:29. 4th and 5. Elliott and the field goal kicking unit will come out. Try to extend DC's lead. A 46-yard attempt by Elliott. And that kick's going to sail wide right. So Philadelphia will get the ball back with 3:24. Drake May, 29 of 44, 283 yards, a touchdown, but 3 interceptions as he completes a pass to Douglas near side. Pushed out of bounds by Lenore, a pickup of 9. Clock will stop with 3:20 left to go. 2nd and 1. May fires to London. McCullum knocks the ball out, incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 1. Third and 1. May drops back. Ball batted at the line. And it'll bring up 4th and 1. This could do it. This could decide the game. Blitz coming up the middle. May in trouble. Forced to scramble. Finally brought down.
Number 65, 10-yard penalty.
So a pickup of 3, but there was a holding penalty on Macari. So it'll be 4th and 11. Philadelphia has no other option but to go for it. They'll go 5 wide receivers here. .228 left to go in this one. May flushed from the pocket. He's being chased. He's hit and sacked by Fred Warner. And that's a long walk back to the Philadelphia sideline for that rookie quarterback. 2:21 to go. And that DC sideline is really starting to celebrate. And the fans that came here from the district are really beginning to whoop it up. Hand off to Robinson up the middle. A pickup of 1. You would think Robinson and Simmons are already talking about exchanging Christmas gifts next year. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Don't forget Atlanta at Arizona after we're done here. And then we'll have all the divisional round playoff matchups for you at the conclusion of that game. But writing's on the wall in this one. The DC Defenders, who were 11-point underdogs going into Philadelphia today, will move on and take on the number 1 seed in the American Conference, the Chicago Fire, next weekend. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the primetime game Saturday night, if I'm not mistaken. 2nd and 9 coming up. Give to Robinson. He's to the 25. Wilson with a tackle, pickup of 3, and Sean Payton will signal timeout. Brian Robinson, 20 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. A lot of empty seats here now at Liberty Stadium. Third and 6 coming up. Hand off to Robinson. Pickup of a yard, Joey Bosa with a tackle at the 23. It'll bring up 4th and 5. And Jake Elliott back out on the field for another field goal attempt. This will be an attempt from 41 yards. No wind, just wet conditions. That one's straight down the middle, and the Boo Birds are really giving it to the Philadelphia players. Some items being tossed at that end zone down there, and so some police and security officials are having to remind patrons about not doing that. 1:43 left, and the DC Defenders with probably the upset of the playoffs. So after the 9-yard return, Philly will get the ball thrown 45. And Drake May's day is done. And it will be Derek Carr who will replace him. Derek Carr originally got the start at the beginning of the season. Results did not go exactly the way head coach Sean Payton wanted him to, and so they brought in Drake May. Began to start to see some sparks there at the beginning, and then toward the end of the season, some issues there. And of course, this young man will get better. More time in the organization. Carr back to pass. There's a screen to Bigsby. Bigsby steps out of the 48, a pickup of 3 yards, stops the clock with 1:31. Carr was the starter when the team was located in London last year, helped lead them to the conference championship. He was going to pretty much be the placeholder till May was ready to play. Pass completes to Ridley at the 45, a pickup of 7, and they do pick up the first down. Carr changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Back to pass, looking to throw long, but he has to check down to Stover inside the 45. Only a pickup of 5 yards. 2nd and 5. .402 total yards of offense for Philadelphia. Pass is complete to London at the 21. 10th catch of the day for the former USC Trojan. Pickup of 17. Ball will be marked at the DC 23. They only have 1 timeout left, so they're going to have to hurry up and conserve that. From the DC 23. Carr back to pass. Penalty flag.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 2. Automatic. First down.
Carr was looking for Douglas. Lenore was all over him. So the pass interference will move the ball to the DC 15. 1st and 10, 32 seconds left. Need to score here quickly. Carr going end zone, and London and McCullum seem to both have it, and then it drops away from him. Incomplete. Clock stops with 27 seconds left. Second and 10, 27 seconds left. crossing pattern to Douglas, and he drops the ball. Lenore's just been a hitting machine today. 3rd and 10, 22 seconds left. Carr into the end zone. Stover, he can't make the catch. 18 seconds left, 4th and 10. This could be it. Carr back to pass. In and out of the hands of London, but there's
Pass
a penalty
interference,
flag.
defense. Number 27, automatic, first down.
So McCollum is called for the DPI, automatic first down. Ball will be placed at the DC 7, 14 seconds left. Need to score quickly here. Caught by Ridley at the goal line, stretches the ball over, it's a touchdown. So 8 points. 8 points down. And they'll go for 1 here. Aubrey's kick is up, it's good. So now they are just 7 points away. 10 seconds left. Both coaches with their special team coordinators are discussing strategy here. Aubrey more than likely is going to try the onside kick. DC has their hands team on that front line. And here we go. And the ball's recovered by Austin the third. DC ball at the 42, 4 seconds left, and that's going to be all she wrote. So CJ Stroud, best play in the playbook, victory formation. As DC gets their first playoff win in 5 seasons. So congratulations to the DC Defenders, who have pulled off a remarkable upset here in Philadelphia. Final score 32-25. Your Replay Sports player of the game is Lenore. And take a look at his stats for today. Lenore finished the game with 6 tackles, 2 deflections, and 2 interceptions for 96 yards. One of them was returned for a touchdown. 67-yard interception return for a touchdown early in the 4th quarter. So another number 3 seed falls to a 6 seed. And DC will be packing up the gear and going on the road again next week to take on the Chicago Fire. Of course, we have one more game left in Wildcard Weekend, the Atlanta Legends taking on the Arizona Rattlers. I'm Glenn Walker. Thank you once again for watching the Wildcard Weekend here exclusively on Replay Sports Channel. We'll see you in a few for kickoff between Atlanta and Arizona.